Hello, I'm Yahtzee Crowshaw, the adventurous wanderer, and this is my horse, Gabriel.
I go by the name of Farty Slothwhore.
That was his horse laugh. And we're playing Titan Souls, which is an indie game. Came out a couple of weeks back.
Okay, at the moment it looks like Secret of Mana.
Well, it'll look like something else pretty swiftly.
Okay.
How it works
nifty.
is
Roll, yeah.
you are a lone wanderer in a largely empty wilderness.
Oh, and there's giant... Okay, so...
You got it, and
Yeah.
you have to find boss fights.
Okay. Alright, neat. Oh, that's... Look, I don't mind, you know. Top-down Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah,
Who
basically.
can argue with that?
It's not top-down Dark Souls, as you might think from the name. That's
Souls.
Some
so you
canny-
can swim. Alright, that's...
some canny bastard trying to rip off on Dark Souls' success there, perhaps.
Thief. Can you go off the waterfall?
We can find out.
Alright. Nope.
No,
Oh well.
we're a very, very good swimmer.
It's the safe
apparently.
waterfall that keeps you from going over the edge of it. Why don't the government put more of those in?
So I've already been playing this game for a bit. There's
Okay,
sort of like a prologue section where you fight 4 bosses, and then you're released in this giant wilderness and left to look for the rest of them yourself, I suppose.
Have to poke about and explore.
So
is
after I'd finished those 4 bosses, I thought to myself, you know what, this will be a fun video to watch completely fresh with my good chum
as a daisy.
for the benefit of the internet.
With your good chum, the mouth ulcer.
Yes.
Which Yahtzee is bravely plowing through for you people today. I want you to,
I've got
respect that.
one of the worst mouth ulcers I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It's right there on the lip where it's exposed to everything, including all the words I say. I've taken, I would say, a fistful of painkillers today so far.
So, buckle
So I
up.
might not be as sparkling as I think I'm being.
I think it's going to be marvelous.
I'm only partially aware that I am currently alive. By rights, my pain should be dead.
Yeah.
All them painkillers.
Your brain's deader than your pain. That doesn't make sense.
Oh,
Huh.
that's no burst.
Do you have an attack?
Haha.
Like, or is it... Can you
Yes,
slice?
yes, I do.
Oh,
My attack
fair
is I have this arrow.
Oh, okay.
I fire it once, then I have to pick it up before I can fire it again. So this game might as well be called One Thing, the game. In that we have one arrow with it we can use, we die in one hit, and all the bosses also die in one hit.
Oh, okay.
Basically, this
Alright.
makes it a
That's-
sort of pure skill thing.
The structure of it's starting to become clearer to me now. Because I was a bit... When you said this, you got one arrow, and then you got to pick it up. And I just went... You know, my brain kind of stopped for a second there. And I was a bit concerned.
Right, well, judging by the save point, there's 3 bosses to kill in this area,
Okay.
and we just have to find them all.
Are you invincible while you do the roll? Is the roll, or is it just a speed thing?
It's just a speed thing to get out of the way of things.
Okay, so it's a scoot. What are the bosses kind of? You know, are we talking Zelda? Is there a glowing point? Is it? Do you have to die? Do you die a lot? Like to sort
You're
of
going to let me
progress?
answer your question, or just gabble for the next 5 minutes?
I'm trying to find the question.
Well, it's quite Zelda-y, yes. They have weak points
Okay.
to be found.
All right.
I'm just going to headbutt some snow drifts.
Could there be items in there? Is it a game that has items at all, or is it really
I haven't
just?
found items at all.
Alright.
This is a pretty pure experience as far as game design goes.
How do you feel about those? Like, do you like this sort of? Look at that.
Hey, this guy looks friendly.
It's Dufo, the Mongonaut of the forest.
I'm going to hug you.
Nom, 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 nom.
It's like hugging
like-
a shag pile carpet.
Giant kitties. Okay, so how do you activate him? Do
You're
you
not
roll him?
reacting to me. You're just like Dad. I'll teach you. I'll bugger. I'll bugger.
Oh, he's got a butt.
I'm
He
thinking.
has a butt.
I think I've figured out his weak spot.
Yeah, arrow in the bum.
You're easily pleased sometimes.
Yeah. I just wasn't expecting that. Like this, the tone is quite somber, and then there's, you kind of jab him, and I wasn't expecting that to happen. And then he does a big roll, and you're dead. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then he turns around. There's just this big pink bum.
It is very Shadow of the Colossus here. Although that is kind of Zelda-y as well, specifically like Twilight Princess, where they had those monkeys with the big butts.
Oh,
No one's said anything about crystals falling from the
Yeah.
ceiling. I wasn't ready for that.
this is a tough nut to crack.
Well,
Oh,
2
Wookiee
tough
bum.
nuts to crack, to be precise.
Some tough cheeks to split. Do you have to? Can you roll into him maybe to activate him? Because that way you don't have to pick up the arrow. Because
I tried that.
Figs.
Hey, when I was trying to give trying to give him a hug.
It's another one of those situations where it...
I'm surprised the snowballs don't kill me, to be honest. Oh, bollocks. I guess the stalactite hit me.
This game's fairly goddamn brutal.
It really is.
Like... That's... How hard were the first 4 things that you fought?
Well, they weren't that hard.
Alright, so
there was a
difficulty,
sort of,
like, right angle.
There was a sort of brain in an ice cube. You just had to sort of shoot an arrow at a torch so that the arrow then continued from the torch to the enemy to melt the ice. That wasn't too hard.
Okay, so we can slam you into the wall.
Yeah. So that's what happens if you let the snowballs smack you into a wall, I suppose.
Okay, now that we've learned all the possible ways that this can go wrong...
Well, at least it's not as much a commute as Dark Souls is.
Oh, lordy.
Every single
look at the
boss
giant
fight.
footprints out the front. Nice little...
visual storytelling.
Heads up about...
Sit.
Do you have to push up...
Sit.
Fucking god. Do you have to push a button to pick up the arrow, or is it just walk over?
You just walk over it.
Can you roll over it?
Actually, you can hold down a button to, like, draw the arrow to you, but that takes a bit of time.
Are you stationary while you're holding that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so, anyway.
That's not going to be useful in this circumstance.
Just check that. Yeah, you are. And also, it doesn't seem to be moving
usually,
at all.
Oh, okay, right.
There was a wall in the
Stuck
way.
on the wall. I thought it was going to, like, suddenly activate, and then the thing was going to levitate over to you.
So I just sort of panic when I don't have the arrow.
Yeah, because you can't do anything. I don't blame you.
Bollocks! I hate my bloody analog sticks. I was trying to get out of the way. I just kept rolling back into it.
Biff, 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 biff.
I mean, you might not believe this, but I'm quite a seasoned Dark Souls player. I'm quite good at it. Would you believe?
I believe you.
I was playing a lot of Dark Souls 2 this morning. I just killed Vengal before you came over.
Huh. So then we got around to Dark Souls 2. I played maybe... Oh, okay, the thing... Alright. Okay, get the...
I'm not sure how you're supposed to do this. I mean, when he lands, he immediately faces you.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, this is a crap out so far.
Yeah, maybe we'll go look at a different boss after this.
Maybe. But then that's kind of quit and talk. I have a rule in video games. I'd never try to quit on something while I haven't quite beaten it yet.
Fair enough.
Because it'll make it harder and harder to try again next time.
And you never know, if you keep chipping away, sometimes you make a discovery.
Yes, that's my Dark Souls attitude.
Yeah,
anyway.
well, you've got to play that game like that.
And when I'm playing like a game for work, I make it a rule never to end a session when I'm stuck on something. Because that'll make it all the harder to start the next session.
Do you look up FAQs? Like if you're stuck?
Not usually. I was focusing on the arrow there.
Right, maybe we need to think... He might do, like, 3 rolls and then stop and do something else. Like, maybe he's got, like, a separate pattern that we're...
Okay, yes.
So maybe
one more try. I mean, this has all been, like, recon attempts so far.
Yeah, it is some tactical observations. So maybe just avoid, like, hell and try and see if he's got, like, a vulnerable point. 'Cause I think that's maybe the chunk we're missing here.
Yeah, first few goes on the Dark Souls boss was always the...
Alright, yeah.
The recon goes.
Alright, okay. Does he do anything? Alright, he seems a bit maybe puffed after that? After 3 rolls? Or is that just his idle animation?
I don't think so. Let's take another look. See, the roll is kind of weird. There seems to be like an invisible stamina stat. So you can roll a certain amount, but then it won't let you for a while.
Alright. Alrighty. Oh, ninja roll. Okay. You got the arrow. Alright, he does this. Okay, do the... the bits of icicles don't really slow him down. Okay, the icicles stop the balls. I don't...
Okay, presumably I died there.
Yeah, I think you got crushed like fuck. I really can't see much. Maybe try to the boss, because I don't know, do you get... Fuck.
I don't think you get any additional
Yeah, because I think
abilities.
maybe you get a doodad that lets you reflect the arrow or something so you can hit him in the bum from behind.
I doubt it.
Well, that's... Maybe just try plugging him with an arrow at some point while he's, during all this bullshit. Like, while he's on the way.
No. The ice got in my way there.
Damn you, Peach Cheeks.
As I was rolling out of the way.
Peach Cheeks is hard. I've been
Sounds
playing...
sounds like a Jamaican wrestler or something. I don't know.
My name is Peach Cheeks. Jamaican wrestler, Peach Cheeks. Alright, his bum was facing you for an eighth of a second there. That was...
Okay, I think I got an idea.
What was the idea? Holy
I'll get my arrow
bejesus.
back for a start. Shit!
Alright, so the arrows hit the ice as well. Come on!
Well, like I said, all the bosses die in one hit, so...
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good point. Alright,
tough but fair.
I forgot about that. I was expecting you to have to, like, plonk him in the bum like 3 times.
Can't plonk people away, it's all about finding the exact opportune moment.
Alright, yeah. So it is, it's a dialogue game, that's...
I'll tell you what, we'll try somewhere else after this attempt, shall we?
Boof, 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 boof. El Bolio!
Okay, his arse was visible for like a tenth of a second there.
Maybe, okay, if you go under him after he hits the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Under him and then quickly shoot an arrow north.
Yep.
North meaning up the bum hole.
Oh, plunge that arrow twixt your buttocks.
Up the bum has been magnetic north ever since I stuck the entire planet up my arse.
Fagnetic north. And a lot... Oh, there we go, that was useful.
Yeah,
And then a lot like Dark Souls, this guy appeared to be minding his own business.
Shit!
Oh, the fucking ice.
I almost had it that time.
Yeah. Alright, I think we should stick with this one because I think we might have a way of
Yes.
conquering Peach Cheeks.
Yes. We're like Batman.
Yeah.
We get our ass kicked the first time, but now we're prepared.
Oh, yeah. Got my pocket full of kryptonite.
Batman just gets by on the assumption that he will tank the first hit.
Regardless of what that first hit comes from.
Which isn't always the winning strategy, it must be said.
Ooh, ooh.
Yes! Up the ass!
It even has bum. Achievement unlocked. Bum.
You are so
You
easily
gotta get
pleased.
the arrow out of the bum.
Yeah, I'm gonna suck it out. And it will bring all his spunk with it. All
Alright.
the spunk that his boyfriend stuck up there previously.
Alright.
And now I'm going to drink down the spunk. I need more painkillers, nurse. This is
Okay.
very Shadow of the Colossus, see?
Like, you laugh about me making jokes about Peach Cheeks, but they're,
Just
you know...
look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
They're making a big point about Peach Cheeks themselves.
I want to stick my head right up there. Till it
Have you
goes
seen
in
that
with a
video
pop.
of the dude getting his head stuck in the elephant's bum?
I think I have, actually,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
One
a
could-
grim day at work.
See, it's not that difficult, though.
No,
I mean, a guy getting his head stuck up, say, a kangaroo's ass, that would take some work.
Yeah,
That would be the
that's
impressive
about when I
achievement.
start thinking that wasn't an accident. Like, you did that deliberately. I don't... no.
I mean,
Oh, it's a
an
shame.
elephant's ass is like just putting on a hoodie, really.
One of you kids in your elephant bum hoodies.
You've been doing your fighting game tournament thing lately, haven't you?
Yeah, that's where I had to... I was winning, and I actually had to bail on a grand final berth to come do this.
Oh.
It's okay. The prizes were games that I already have.
Hey, look,
and-
I can draw a cock with the streaks.
Marvelous.
Ah.
Yeah, so I already have Mortal Kombat on PC, which is unplayable because the people who did the port are a bunch of incompetent boob wangs.
Mortal Kombat X
Yes.
or Mortal Kombat 10?
I've been calling it X.
Not sure what this means.
Alright. That's a drawing. I don't know if you can fight a drawing.
I'll fight anything, me. Come on, you pussy.
Can you... No, it's not a climbable wall, obviously. Try rolling into the pillars, maybe? Alright, screw it.
Nah, that's good. It's probably just background. If you can't fire an arrow up its bum, it's probably just background storytelling.
No bum arrows.
This is like Fez, but with bum arrows.
So a better Fez. I think everything's improved with bum arrows.
Well, yes. I think there are a few who would disagree with that position.
I'd say it's a bold mission to go out monster killing with one arrow. Like that's a statement of confidence in your own abilities, I think.
Maybe, like, this is our last chance for our life. We screwed up everything we tried our hand at. Now all we've got to our name is a shitty bow and one arrow. And with this, we must prove that we are a man.
Try where that little block is at the top right there, or maybe up here.
What was it?
Are those anything?
Did we check
what are those little doodah? I don't think we went up here.
Did we check up here? Yeah, these things are torches. You can shoot an arrow through a lit torch onto it and light it. I'm not sure if this is a thing.
Hey, is it moving?
Can I arrow it? Oh god, yes I can.
Okay. Shit.
Sit.
Furious Stone Mario face. Okay, you might... Alright, you're gonna have to shoot it at some point.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, shooting it in the face didn't work.
You learned your lesson.
Maybe the fist that comes out.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so those kill.
I touched the spike.
Pointy. Yeah, so Mortal Kombat X has only just come out, and so it's kind of fun to run a tournament.
We're making this like a week in advance. This video.
Oh, okay.
So only
Mortal Kombat X came out last week.
Only just being a relative term. Yeah, I think it's brave. I mean, obviously I'm going to do a review of it, but I think it's kind of brave for a fighting game to bring out a roster of mostly new characters in this day and age.
Yeah.
It's rare to see a fighting game do that. These days, mostly... I mean, look at like Super Street Fighter and stuff. Pretty much every character is... All the ones you loved from previous Street Fighters.
I think there were only...
You! Shit! I missed.
I think you missed, yeah.
It's very hard to aim
There's only
with...
two fully new characters in that game.
Very hard to aim with this analog stick.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What were the fully new characters in Super Street Fighter?
Hakan and Jury. Oh, wait, there was Oni as well, but that was kind of a mod.
These names basically mean nothing to me. You might as well be barking like a seal.
Arf, arf.
Is there a character called Arf Arf?
It might be. I think he's in the comics.
Is he a dog?
Hey!
But yeah, there's quite a surprisingly large number of new characters in Mortal Kombat whatever, because it's set 15 years in the future from Mortal Kombat 9. That was pretty artful as well, actually, Mortal Kombat 9, where they...
Alright, Nope, I didn't know anything.
Where they got rid of all that complicated bullshit the Mortal Kombat series has built up over the years, and then immediately replaced it with even more convoluted bullshit.
Roll into the teeth.
That doesn't seem to be helping. He keeps blowing me away.
Alright, yeah, that doesn't...
Yeah, the eye, maybe? Did I fire my arrow?
I don't think you can fire the arrow at the eye, because the eye is, like, up. Alright, that didn't...
Man, I'm stuck on this one. I just can't... I mean, his teeth are sort of shining a bit.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I thought, oh, if you roll him in the teeth, maybe you knock one down, and then you can shoot through and into the... Shoot him in the side of the head, maybe? That's the only thing we haven't done.
Seems to be sort of against the principle of things to have to shoot the teeth before it uncovers a weak spot. I mean, there were a couple of bosses earlier where you had to, like...
I think they shoot a specific tooth. Like the one in the dead center.
Okay, I'm game.
Alright, that didn't do squat.
Yeah, pretty clearly made impact there.
Yeah, that was
I'm not convinced I've hit the hand properly yet.
Yeah, I suppose you can give that another shot.
I read something interesting about Mortal Kombat X today, actually. I read that one of the characters is gay, and they didn't really make a big thing about it.
Yeah.
I mean...
I picked that up. What is it? Raiden Kungjin. Yeah, the new Archer character. Because, Raiden, this is a bit of a conversation. And to me, that's how you do that as a thing. And not just go, look, it's the gay character!
I didn't even pick up on the fact that meant they were talking about him being gay. I think what it is that he says, like, what's his face organization won't accept him because he's gay. But I thought they were talking about him being a thief. I thought that was why he thought they wouldn't accept him.
That's what I like the fact that it's not like, like when Doctor Who had a gay character, and at first it was kind of subtle and alright, but then they did Torchwood and it was just like, I had to gay my way to the store today to gay another big bag of gay fuel for my gayness, and it was just horrifying. Like, Captain Jack in Torchwood is just awful. It was awful to watch. Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to deliberately have a gay character and then reference the fact that they're gay without it seeming kind of...
Because that's the thing, they wanted Brownie,
just a thing saying, "Hey, look how progressive we are with a gay."
Because here's the thing: a gay character in a show is usually going to be just like every other. It's like having a left-handed character and just hyping on about the left-handed.
Yes.
Like,
what is your perspective as a left-handed person?
Like if you want to treat it organically, it's not going to come up an awful lot. Like, it's fine if you want to have a relationship perspective in the show and do whatever there. But like Captain Jack was just.
Wait a second.
Okay, something just happened.
Wait a second.
What did you do?
I think I tricked him into being hit by his own laser, and then he sank into the ground a little bit. And I only had to throw myself at the wall 12 or 13 times to figure that out.
Alright, we've got you, giant stone Mario face.
If in doubt, try to get them to hit self with own weapon. What?
What?
I remember I was saying a while back that it's a shame not more games did the Little Big Adventure thing where they actually cause you to lose health when you're slamming into walls too fast. I'm sort of taking that back.
Yeah, Hey, this mechanic isn't fun. So did you actually just roll yourself into a wall and die? That's kind of alright.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to stay up?
I was pushed by something.
Okay. Oh, okay, so something shoved you. Oh, that'll be his wind. Alright.
Aha!
Aha! Knocked one of his teeth out. Okay, I think you might have to, like...
What do you want from me, game?
Wait till it comes back up and shoot through the teeth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We didn't... See, the thing is, earlier on, he hit himself with the laser and nothing happened, so we just wrote it off as... Alright. Yeah, so Mortal Kombat has one of the gay.
So you'd recommend Mortal Kombat, would you?
Yeah, like, the game... I think it's, like... I don't know what you're going to have to say about the story mode, but from a fan's perspective, I think it was much worse than Mortal Kombat 9's story. Because they did a lot of good, like, they dealt with some of the new hero characters. They completely ignored the new villains. Like, I play Ferritor, and I'm like, okay, what's the deal with this? They get no, sort of discussion. There's a cowboy who's from Earthrealm. We don't get any sort of explanation from him.
Oh, I liked him.
Yeah, Aaron Black. It's kind of rad. And it's just not as... interestingly structured as the last story.
I went through his tower mode to get his ending, and that's where they tell you a little bit about him. Only he was a Wild West gunslinger who did a hit for Shang Tsung, and he gave him like extended life in return.
Oh, so he actually is from the Wild West.
Doesn't explain how he got to Outworld in the first place, though. From the Wild West.
It might have been a Wild West hit. Like Shang Tsung was in Earthrealm an awful lot, so it was probably something to do with that.
Was that where he kept his like love shack?
Yeah, I presume so. Okay, maybe you gotta get multiple teeth out, because I'm pretty sure you bopped him fairly solidly, but just... Nah.
I don't think he's going to expose himself again.
Yeah, he doesn't... Yeah,
Unlike your dad.
God damn it, Dad, put that thing away. Nobody wants to see it.
So is you like your competitive fighting game stuff? Has anyone found anything completely broken in Mortal Kombat yet?
Nothing too bad yet. Like, we're all a little paranoid, because...
Oh... I don't think you should die from walking slowly into the side of a spike.
Yeah.
Did Tomb Raider teach us nothing?
It's like picking up scissors and then just your artery bursts.
Yeah, don't touch the scissors.
The brutalities are a great addition to it, I think. It's a lot of fun to try and get the brutalities, because the brutalities are just not a guarantee. Like, if you win, you get a fatality, basically.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, but the brutalities, it becomes a real great challenge, and it's just a lot of fun, and we had a lot of, a real good time.
Yeah, the fatalities are kind of wank, if you ask me. But the brutality feels much more organic and part of the experience.
And it's earned. That's what makes it fun.
Alright, come on, I zapped the side of his head. What more do you want?
Bop.
Did I fire my arrow then?
Doesn't look like it. Ooh, that was close.
Well, I hit him again.
Alright. He's hiding now.
Oh, shit.
Oh. I wonder what that guy does when he's not fighting you.
I imagine,
It's not like you can go anywhere. You need to get to the coals before 9. Buck gonna close.
well, maybe just under the ground, there's this small kingdom of mole people who feed him chips.
Yeah. And gently tickle his nuts.
No, they don't.
With an ostrich feather.
And you know how it is with chips. All those bits get stuck in your teeth, and the starch erodes the enamel.
Those are some clean teeth, though. I think the mole people run a fairly solid dental hygiene course.
Yeah, they're as brittle as... How do you do?
Alright. Messing with the amount of area you can roll, that's a fairly...
Oh, bollocks! See, my first instinct is to roll away. I don't really concentrate on what I'm rolling towards.
That's, yeah...
That's always been my attitude in Dark Souls as well.
Yeah, I gotta
First
get back
priority,
and finish the
away,
first one.
away! I think there's a third hit in this combo. Away!
I played Bloodborne a little bit, kept trying to block.
Do you have a PS4?
Yeah, I wound up sort of being given one.
Oh. How nice for you.
I know.
Well, I can't talk.
Yeah.
My game purchases get paid for. But then I am a professional.
Well, I mean, it's not like...
Oh, bollocks again! I need to think of some words other than bollocks to say. I think I'm starting to sound like a stuck record.
Ball scroto. Ball licks.
Yes, don't help me.
Well, you know, you gotta... I want to see what your drug-addled brain comes up with.
Well, now I can only think of scrotum words.
Well, oh, okay. So you want to branch out away from the testicles.
Well,
I thought
yes,
you wanted
don't
more
we all?
testicles.
No, I don't want more
okay.
testicles.
Well, that's...
If
so,
anything,
we
I
just-
want a complete absence of testicles.
Okay, complete abs. Well, I recommend Mut. I still think that doesn't get said enough, but you can go for flange,
You say-
flaps.
Thank you, I don't need any help with invented swears. Was
no,
I
Mut-
not the person who coined the term twat racket?
Put that on your CV. Make sure that's gonna go on your. Oh, we got some teeth.
Oh. Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks is a good one. I like fiddlesticks. That's a good non-swear.
Yeah, I'm just...
Fuster clock's a nice one.
I made that one up, didn't I?
No.
I remember saying it in a review once.
Yeah.
Did I?
I don't know. Like.
Yes, I did. I remember saying flustercuck.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, you've probably come up with it on your own, but it's it's existed before. I've heard it before that review.
It's a spooner swear.
Yeah. I like spooners. Screw your teeth.
Named after the Reverend William Spooner.
Oh, so it actually was named after him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he tended to use them a lot. Not like as any sort of intentional thing.
Oh, so he just had like a speech impediment or something.
Yeah, it's just given to strange malapropisms.
Oh, fascinating. I didn't know any of that. Aww.
Oh, flannel pants. Flannel pants. Please take off those flannel pants.
PG Yahtzee.
And help me.
Take off your flannel pants and sit down with me near the hearth.
So I'll tell you what I've been playing a lot of today.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, which is one of the most unique approaches to like game updates I've ever seen. It's like Dark Souls 2 with all the like DLC included, but they also rearrange all the monsters for some reason. Like a sort of
How do you mean rearrange? Like, they're just in different locations?
parrot food. Yeah, I mean, it's the sort of thing you'd expect from, like a fan-made ROM hack. Like there's a fan-made ROM hack of like Zelda where they like put harder enemies in places. And a lot of what they've done to Dark Souls 2 reminds me of that. Like there's a bit early on in the Tower of Flame where they just stick a dragon there. The dragons aren't supposed to be there till like towards the end. It's just there. I'm alive somehow.
I know I'm alive, but why?
I'm stuck in this wall. Oh, I guess he helped me out there.
Oh, that was interesting.
Thanks, Laser Man.
Stoneface McLaserfist.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me around again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a laser man.
Arrow Man.
Laser man.
Freezing this little
Freezing
jerk.
little rows of things all over the place.
Why won't he just leave me alone? I'm minding my own business.
Getting kind of out of the rhythm of the original song now. Yes, yes.
Alright, so now you got restricted rolls. Alright, so it's got to be off.
That didn't work. About opportunism. That's what this game's about.
Alright, you gotta get it off that second fist. Oh no, he's staying up now. That's good.
No, no, he's not.
You
Going
jerk
down
face.
for more chips from the mole people. Ha ha!
Douche!
Right in the nose.
On the button.
The bigger they are, the more
building they are.
spunk comes out. All down my throat. A weird nose-face thing once tried to test me. I ate his spunk with more spunk and
The
a
side of
considerably
spunk.
more spunk.
You know, this indie game gives me an idea. We should just make an indie Dark Souls and call it Hurty Souls.
Alright, how about you do that? And I'll finish off the 5 game projects I've got going on.
No, yeah, see, no, you don't understand. I have the idea. I just need someone to write code and do art for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know,
So
the
you'll
easy
be the
stuff. yeah.
executive producer then, I take it.
Okay, like, it's... What happens if you light all those? Because that looks like a thing.
Well, actually, I'm cheating a little bit. I did play this area earlier, and there used to be a big snowy block in front of that cave, and now there isn't because of I lit all those torches.
Oh, I see. Huh. Alright, oh, a swimming one.
That's got to be fucking cold water. I don't care.
Feel it in my nuts.
I'm the wanderer. I'm the
Alright,
wanderer.
there's a thing under there.
I'm the wanderer.
Looks like an onyx.
Oh, I need that. I think
Hey, you broke my thing!
Oh,
that's
God.
some
Okay,
some
well, I know what to hit.
impressive business there. Look at you, you big monster. You big beastie, you. Oh! Oh, look out. Oh,
Okay.
he's a bit of a...
Come and get me. I'm really scared.
Oh,
Ow.
dude, he got rid of the thing.
Please don't get rid of the thing. What? What was that?
He just thundered the water you were in.
Oh, okay, great. I guess I was taking a bit too long for His Majesty there.
Yeah. Oi, kid, get out of me pool. I'm a lightning snake and I ain't taking kindly to that.
Why does he have an Australian accent?
Because he's a lightning snake, they're native to Australia.
Well, so is everything else brutally difficult to
Yeah.
kill.
Everything else, truly awful. It's just native to this country. The fucking
Alright,
Sydney
that's-
funnel web, man. That thing is just hate made whole.
Shit.
That's like... Swim, you little bugger, swim.
If I stay in the water, to sort of lure him into a place. Bollocks!
Alright, that's gonna be tough, like...
Yeah, this is a tough one, alright.
Maybe those things... Oh. Ooh.
Bollocks!
Alright, you
Shit.
haven't even made contact with him yet. Oh, yeah, good. Good
Ha!
choice. Fuck you, Thunderstone.
I got your number, buddy.
Yeah, there he goes for the break.
Yep. Are you a Pokemon?
Yes. I finally believe that is it.
Shit!
Okay, so you can make contact with him, so yeah, you're gonna have to...
I'm pretty sure I have to shoot the end of his tail.
It's all butts with this game. Oh,
Shit! I'm running out of places to stand.
oh,
Shit!
oh.
Well, a bit more warning would have been nice.
Yeah, that... It's like...
I see these aren't the polite boss fights you get in other games.
other titles with suggestions of what to do.
Not like those nice, friendly Resident Evil bosses that are kind enough to leave their hearts on the outsides of their chests.
I love the Umbrella business model and their general attitude toward how they're going to build unkillable monsters. I've seen that. That's a disorder in little kids, like where they have the outside heart. Oh, come on!
I keep pushing it too early.
That looked kind of on... I mean...
Bollocks!
Butternut Blumpkins.
Rutabagas.
Rutabaga. Okay, you're gonna get out of the water, dude, because he's
Rut-
gonna do the thunder shit soon.
Rutting stags. Oh,
Alright, well, you just fucked your shit up.
puddle duck. Jemima Puddle Duck, I'll have you know.
That sounds like the title of a kid's book about a detective
It is
duck.
the title of a kid's book.
Ah,
It's an Enid Blyton book.
I didn't know that.
Jemima Puddle Duck. Have you no culture down here in the sticks of the
In
world?
the Antipodes. No, we don't have culture. I'm fighting
you'll be
enormous
telling me-
fucking butt yetis and lightning snakes.
You'll be telling me you don't have the story of Miss Tiggywinkle either.
I honestly don't know what that is. I might not have, just been raised with this, because by the time I came along, it was like, they started using Australian stories. So I got a lot of
Yes!
Nice!
Well,
I got a lot of indigenous stories growing up, and those are pretty cool. And they make more sense to tell to Australian kids, because, I've never seen, like, a wooded forest.
Well, let's start with the basics. Peter Rabbit. You've heard
Yeah,
of Peter
yeah,
Rabbit.
I've heard
of
of Enid Blyton. Isn't she Australian even?
Don't think so.
Yeah. One of them was.
Yep, it's time for another spunkgasm. And
That's the good stuff.
that's all there was at the snowy area, I think. Perhaps I better get out of this place before my testicles freeze off.
Well, they're already back inside. They're snug.
Da, 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 da.
Snug as a ball in a
I am
abdominal
now
cavity.
the king of this forsaken land.
Yep.
It shall be called Awesomeville.
What happens now? What?
Now I bugger off.
Okay, so does that unlock something? Is there another place where things that are lighting up that you're trying to unlock? Or is it you just
I
go to
think you can
another
just-
corner of the world?
I think you can just do them in whatever order you like.
Alright, okay. So you're just heading back to explore another portion of the,
Yes. The game of one things. You fight one thing at a time, it dies in one hit, and so do you.
I bet there'll be a boss that splits into two in some fashion.
Well, actually, the very first boss was the classic sort of blob monster that splits into two with each hit.
Huh.
And you have to divide it into the one blob where the heart is until the heart is exposed,
And then pop it.
and then pop the heart. Exactly.
That's kind of neat. And this is all the runoff from the frozen area. Is there a
Yes.
lava stage or a desert? There's got to be a desert.
I'm guessing there'll be a desert, because this is basically Shadow of the Colossus. Though I don't think that had a snowy area. Let's see what's down this
I
away.
think it did. Rolling because it's faster. Ow, that was a tree.
Yeah. I think I said this in my Risen 3 review, but game developers, maybe don't make rolling everywhere slightly more expedient than walking. Because that's what people are going to do, and your game will lose all dignity.
I'm gonna Sonic my way around this fucker. Oh, there we go.
Okay,
Alright.
here's a place we can go.
Climb down a little bit.
I'm sure there'll be fun to be had.
Maybe we won't be a desert. Maybe there'll be a mangrove.
Maybe this is the desert.
That's-
I call it
Look
the
at the
the UFO desert.
I want to believe.
Or possibly Priest's Hat desert.
Submarine.
With a little dot in the middle.
Yeah, that's the window. That's you.
And here's Loch Ness Monster Desert.
Yep.
There's his eye.
Looks like a ruptured duck. Oh,
Wait,
look, a
didn't-
wooded forest.
Didn't that just bring us around?
I don't know. No, did you climb up there?
Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
Fuck.
Bullshit.
Okay, we'll go
Yeah, let's
down
say there's
the
another
other
way.
now. Yeah.
Yes, this way now. I'm wise to you, game.
Yeah, tricky little areas that are just the same space.
And this is the very tall man desert. Okay. Make a command decision, Mr. Horse.
Left. That looks like it's walled off for a reason. There's gonna be. Hey, look at that.
It's a thing.
Yeah, that's some. Hey, all right.
Okay, a
Check
save point with 2 circles on it.
it. Okay.
So there's 2 things to kill.
One of them's gonna be some kind of Olmec robot. I'm guessing that.
What on earth would make you think that? More constructed shit.
29 years of video games.
More ancient beings.
I'm kind of bummed they're. Ooh,
What have we here?
what's all that about?
Is that a bigger arrow
Giant
or
arrow,
something?
yeah. Or a spear or something. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Okay, whatever
Oh.
I did, I died from it.
Okay, don't be near it when you shoot it, because lightning seems to connect the arrow to its master.
I thought it was a present for me.
Yeah, that was
For a moment there, I almost thought they were actually going to give me an upgrade.
giant
There's
arrow.
an arrow 3 times bigger than you. Have fun.
I want to see that now. Like someone try fire like a really really big arrow.
Okay, what we have here.
As a knight.
Okay, I just. Oh, no.
There we
Didn't
go.
die.
Oh, hey, this one's in English. Okay, so he's a legendary Titan Slayer, but it looks like he's Jack of you. Get behind it.
Ow!
Yeah. Oh, you got. All right, this is gonna.
What an asshole.
All right, you're a legendary Titan Slayer, so you're slaying the shortest thing you can find. You douche.
Yeah, that's kind of not inside your remit, Mr. Legendary Titan
yeah.
Slayer.
Reporting you to the Office of Titan Slayers.
A couple of minutes later, Johnny the Midget Slayer walked in and said, "What the fuck, man?"
I've spoken to you about you horning in on my racket. Well, I have this conversation again. Find me a dwarf to kill.
So this is getting quite Dark Souls 2, eh?
Okay, I'd stick around those poles, because I think that's probably a safe way of avoiding that fucking
You
arrow.
stick around those poles.
Yeah, alright. Oh, okay, so it does look like it just has a natural reflect.
Ow!
Splat!
I wasn't paying attention to what he was doing.
Oh, you got fucked on.
Shall we see what the other one is?
Yeah.
I'm not giving up, we're coming back to it. Alright.
Wait, go... Because there's another door you missed in there.
Where?
Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the other one.
Which, if that's where the other boss is, that's not exactly a long goddamn walk to find these guys.
Well, they want to stay close to each other.
Yeah, they're friends.
Have like a neighbours association.
Gold!
Gold, and it's all mine!
Alright, shoot that pile of gold.
Uh,
Oh, alright, well, that's
Didn't
my
help.
bet.
This looks like a breakable wall to me.
Well, the wall's not alive, we know that.
Hey look, I'm stealing the gold. What are you
Yeah.
going to do about it? Person behind the
Maybe,
wall.
what's that? Is that a thing you can... Alright, maybe shoot it. Just shoot everything, see what happens. Alright, nope.
That's your solution to everything, isn't it?
Well, it seems to be doing as well so far. What's that purple bit on the side? Is that meant to be...
I don't know.
Ah!
Ah!
Deeper and deeper.
Will we find treasure or something else that
Well,
will
there's a lot-
murder
okay,
our
you're right,
face? Oh, pressed the wrong way there.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our face murdered. La 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 la.
Alright. So this guy likes shiny things.
Murder my face! Okay, it's a mimic. See, I'm not even touching the analog stick and it's still drifting a bit.
I've found that with older 360
Yep,
controls.
thought as much. I don't know, I kind of like the guy.
Just little huffs on him. It's like finding an elephant seal full of gold. At least you don't have to do the stupid shoot thing again.
Well, it hardly took very long.
Yeah, it's an extra bit of fucking around that I don't like.
I
have a
suppose
run.
every little aspect of the fucking around starts to grate if you have to do it over and over again.
Yeah, I think that's an important factor of, like, frequent death games, is don't make it a goddamn... Alright.
Shit.
Loop.
Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to shoot at.
Yeah, the bum in his mouth.
It's not a bum, you got bums on the brain. You don't always have to shoot the bum, just have to shoot the most soft and pliant body part.
Just frequently happens to be the bum. Gently massages your buttocks.
Reminds me of them monkeys from Zelda Twilight Princess with the big bums hanging out.
Well, monkeys do have big
Not that I have
buttocks.
an encyclopedic knowledge of bums in games. That's just the one that sprung to mind, actually. Shit! It's just that and the bums of the characters in Mass Effect that you see side on when you shag them.
I tried playing the first Mass Effect and just sort of came down with a big case of the meh.
Obviously too intelligent for your dumb fighting game playing ass.
Yeah, that must be it.
What's the matter? Too much writing? Actually, that brings us to a question.
Why are you using words?
Why don't you read the first question on the list I've got there?
Do you think a game can have too much dialogue? Could something like this hurt the overall quality of the game?
Hey,
Alright,
the
that's a
arrow
shitty place for the arrow to wind up.
Yes.
Oh, he's getting... Okay, now he's gonna go for
Shit! I thought he would... he would expose his tongue for when he
Yeah, I
landed
think he
there.
does 2 hops and then the goal shoots, so you gotta wait for that second hop. By Hawkeye Joy.
Yes, well, this is relevant because recently I tried to play Pillars of Eternity.
What kind of game is that? What's it for? I'm completely
Well,
unfamiliar
did
with
you
that.
ever play the old CRPG style games that Obsidian and Black Isle used to make? The Baldur's Gate, the Planescape Torment, that sort of.
I kind of did an old manual Let's Play of Planescape Torment with a friend. That was where you go over to a friend's house and they'd play a game and you'd kind of hang out and talk and watch it.
Remember that, kids? Whoa!
But, don't know, okay, 2 hops, up.
Shit!
I don't know how you survived that first thing.
Yeah, I'm wondering that. But yeah, I never really liked those old RPGs. I just could never get into them. They were just really boring. Maybe there does have too much writing. But I didn't like Pillars of Eternity either. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. I rolled a character and they said, hey, since you're this kind of character, put all your points into these stats. And I was like, yes, sir.
Okie dokie, you know what you're talking about. And then what happened?
So I did that and started the game, got through the prologue all right, and then I went out into a meadow, and then I found some piglets, and the piglets raped me to death.
Really? Like the piglets? They were actual piglets?
Yeah, they were little...
So they weren't like demon piglets?
Little wild piggies, just like sort of standard enemies.
Can you see that? Okay, 2.
Shit!
Oh, nut meats. That was on point. Oh! Oh. There's a little extra face in there that's like screaming.
I think it's just a tongue.
I don't know, it kind of looked like it had eyes that were shut because it was going... And then there was gold coming out of the mouth in the face.
So personally, I'd say a game can have too much dialogue. I never really liked the visual novel style either.
Well,
Some people like Snatcher and Police Noughts and shit like that. But personally, I liked a game to show rather than tell, I suppose. I prefer Another World over Planescape Torment.
I'd probably personally go with that a little bit. It depends. I mean, if you're on point with the writing and you've got like good dialogue or just no.
I thought I'd got him.
Yeah, so did I.
I think we both did.
I mean, I was fidgeting around with Starship Titanic the other day, and
yeah,
I mean that's got a hectic amount of dialogue, but it's also a hectic amount of dialogue written by Douglas Adams. So some of it is actually like you can just bumble about and have weird experiences in that game. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a fun game exactly, but the dialogue's probably the shining part of it.
It's kind of structured weird, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like a text-parser conversation system.
Sort of like. Get a good look at the thing inside it. Alright, 1, 2, and tickle me under. Yeah! Yes! Eat it, you filthy mimic.
See, all I needed was 5 million tries.
Fortunately, this game gives you those.
So that part of the chest was its ballsack. Now we know. I'm gonna stick to this.
Imagine now a chest full of truck nuts.
I'm gonna remain stuck to this spunk joke like a spunky tissue.
Like ants eating the spunk out of a tissue. I've developed this need to see somebody put like truck nuts or like fake testicles onto a butt plug and then just streak like a cricket game with testicles hanging out of their butt.
That's a strange need.
Well, the phrase butt nuts popped into my head, and then immediately my brain said you could stick balls to the back of one of those butt plugs.
It's hardly a phrase, it's a portmanteau, if anything. Anyway,
hyphenate it.
Shall we take another look at that arrow firing man?
Yeah, well, we have to. That's pretty much it for now, isn't it?
Well, quite.
I mean, honestly, like, too much dialogue, I think that comes down to personal preference, a lot of it, so...
Well, yes. As does so many other opinions.
Okay, so I think seeing that he's got the skeleton in there, like...
I think you're supposed to hit his arrow and then hit him.
That's a... Jesus, those are quick.
Shit.
Figs, that was... Oh.
Bollocks. Again. Big sweaty ones.
Glorious. Avocados. If you were in a situation where you could only play 3 games for an entire year, what 3 games would you choose and why? Templar Knight 23.
I seem to remember there being more Templar Knights than that.
The 23rd one. He's still alive due to ancient Illuminati magics.
Only 3 games an entire year. Well, I'm guessing I won't be doing much else with my life then. Because that would mean I've been fired and no longer have a job reviewing video games.
You'll have quit and become a weird hermit. You could just start your own website and get a Patreon or whatever.
Desert Island Games. That's what this is. Shit. I was waiting for a moment to hit the arrow.
Yeah, that's a...
Why does he have to keep firing arrows? He's already got a big one. That's just greedy.
Well, I have my big lightning arrow and then my supply of actual other ammunition that I bought. You could learn a thing or two, little purple head. Purple-headed warrior.
I guess at present, one of the games I'd pick would be Bloodborne. Because I thought I'd finished the game, but And I watched some like playthrough videos and some like hints and tips videos, and realised that there are entire sections and bosses of the game I didn't actually see.
Oh wow!
Even despite having believed myself to have finished the game, because I got to a final boss fight, and what the fuck happened there?
All right then.
I was trying to answer that question, and I didn't
That was a
know
bit
what
of
was
a,
happening.
okay, so the towers have one hit in them, and then they just get fucking eaten by whatever projectile goes through next. So they're not defense after they've been hit once.
Bullshit.
That's kind of wang. Maybe
I'd
draw your bow and have it ready for when the arrow first comes at you. Maybe you can just click it out of the sky as it's coming towards you, because the big arrow goes reasonably slowly. Like, I think you can...
Okay, I'll channel my inner Zorro.
Yeah. Although, it might be... like...
Shit.
Alright, yeah.
That was your fault.
Yeah, I accept full responsibility for that.
Stupid horse.
I don't know. I'll probably have to give Bloodborne more of a try when I got a little more time, but I don't know.
It does take a bit of time, that
just 'cause
one.
the Dark Souls, because it's the exact same game as Dark Souls essentially, like mechanics wise, except without shielding. And I was a shield and sword guy. Like
Yeah, I had to unlearn shielding,
and I mean, yeah,
And
because
then
you have to
relearn
fight
it.
completely differently.
and then relearn it again when I started Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin.
Okay, that's
Shit!
oh figs.
Yeah, so, you have to
Yeah, so give me some tips. I mean, you've beaten it. It's a
Learn-
more evade.
learn to love the stun lock.
Yeah.
Get used to using the fast weapon. And, you can sort of chain combos by switching to the two-handed mode after fast attack combo. And
So,
then,
like,
and
use
then when you
the-
switch, and if you like finish the combo by switching to two-hand mode, then it'll add another attack,
Ah.
which will do a lot of damage.
So, sort of break
And
out
because
the
you get-
little rapier doodad then.
Yes.
Because I chose the scythe looking thing.
All the weapons can do the job. I mean, the game encourages you to get in and attack fast because you get health back if you attack immediately after being hurt. Were you aware of that?
No, I only...
Well, you know how your bar, like, sort of stays red but goes down?
Yeah.
Well, if you hit the enemy a few times, the health that is still red, you'll get back
Alright, yeah.
if you keep hitting them.
I can recover. Oh, that's
Good bad
interesting.
exchange.
So the game is just basically fuck defense.
The game is girly slap fight. Get into the girly slap fight and slap.
Blip.
I'm bored of this asshole. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You didn't beat me. You just bored me. That's all. You're not worth my
Tactical
time. Yes.
Alright, that goes nowhere.
I'll have you know I'm king of the snowy lands up north.
Yeah, I totally beat
In
Peach
that
Butt.
I'm the only living thing left
Peach Cheeks.
around there.
Okay.
I'm also
so
king of the house next door to yours.
nothing there, nothing there.
Burp.
I just had a weird hiccup. One of those, like, kind of combination gastrointestinal events that can't decide whether it's a hiccup or a burp.
I prefer the term windy pop for such things.
That is an adorable... Is that a Britishism? Is that something like your nan would say or something?
No, just an
What's in the cave?
appropriate word for it. I don't know. I'm looking up here first. Is that all right with you?
I don't know, I just, giant cave, I thought it was kind of... Ooh, alright, now we're getting tricky. What's all this then?
Mysterious staircase, I think.
Oh yeah, alright, so it's stairs. That's less mysterious than I thought.
I figured you out.
Crafty steps.
Okay. It's here again.
Well, spiffy.
Let's go back and look in that cave now.
Oh, you have a run.
I am satisfied. Yeah, if you keep the roll button held down, you'll run when the roll is done.
Oh, that's nifty. Okay, well, back down to the great big gaping cave.
So anyway, Bloodborne's one of the 3 games I would pick for my year. See, you want a game with longevity.
Yeah.
And usually means you sort of open worldy stuff with lots of side things to do. Maybe Elite Dangerous, but that's just because I've been playing a bit of it lately. I might get sick of it. I quite like Zelda Wind Waker. Lots of stuff to do in that, and sea to explore. If you want to just pass the time with fun, maybe like Spider-Man 2, the movie game.
Lava.
Hey, it's the lava world. I think you called this.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Spider-Man 2, the movie, the game is a great game just for swinging
about.
around, doing nothing else throughout the world.
Yeah. The stat checking, you know, how many times you spun during your spinning pile drivers.
Yes.
Shouldn't you find the save point before you go exploring for shit?
Possibly. Or the save point might be in there.
Yeah, that's... okay, well, I'd pick things with multiplayer components.
For the game that you'll be playing on a desert island by yourself.
It says only where you can play 3 games for an entire year. It doesn't say on a desert island.
Well, I made up the desert island thing. I'm, like, working with the audience here.
Well, I don't think that's what they meant. I just said 3. If they said, I mean,
I
someone
don't
would say
care
desert
what,
island.
I don't care
Well,
what
I'm
they
not-
meant. I'm
Am I
embellishing
on
it.
okay, so according to you, am I on a desert island?
Yes.
Alright, I'm on a desert island.
Maybe
okay.
there's a monkey there too. Maybe with
I'll
patience.
teach that monkey how to play Street Fighter.
Maybe
I
with
have taught
patience
stupid-
tuition.
Oh,
Hey, it's Katamari.
No, 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 no.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, so I wonder where you're gonna have to get this thing.
Can you roll? I can roll too. Yes, you can fucking roll, it seems.
Fucking Jesus.
uh,
Alright, that's a lot quicker than I was expecting. Oh, this... Okay, you want to get this thing fast, man. Get
Yeah,
that...
I know. Shit.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, I thought I had that.
Yeah, actually. You can get a monster in 1, then you win a prize of internet points.
Yes.
Which you can trade toward absolutely nothing.
I think you can get some cat pictures with it.
Yeah, okay. On a deserted island by myself. Grand Theft Auto 5, just because it has a lot of sort of weird little sub-games in it, so, you know, I could play golf or tennis. I could cycle around. It seems to have a lot of utility in that regard. Well,
Bollocks.
smush the fuck out of you that time.
I wasn't ready.
GTA 5, what else? What else?
I imagine you'd get sick of GTA 5.
Well, that's why you have 3. I mean, you know, you want to be able to alternate. Do I have an internet connection on the island?
Let's say yes. It's a modern island.
Alright, so I'm on a modern island. Okay, I built a coconut internet connection. So I definitely have Mario Kart 8, because the online for that is just pick up and play fun.
Shit.
Ooh, get out your bow, boy.
I don't think any of these flames are going to go away.
No, they do. They just take a while. See, there they go.
Well,
Well,
didn't help.
nope.
Come on, let's just finish.
Supervision nut.
Let's
So
just do this guy for the finish.
GTA 5, Mario Kart 8. And I do need some kind of fighting game.
Why
so.
do you want Mario Kart and GTA 5? You want to drive around and things? Then that's what GTA 5 was for.
I mean, at the moment, I'd say Mortal Kombat X, just because I've been playing a lot of it. But I'll probably go something a little more, something that I know has a lot more last. So Street Fighter. Yeah.
Look how close that one
That
was.
yeah. He just stabbed him in the eye. Really, he didn't even have to shoot the thing. It was...
Fuck you, Dad. I mean, monster.
I read an article about how heavy metal has reached Botswana, and Botswana got really into heavy metal, and they've combined it sort of with their local flair, which has a little bit of Wild West to it. So they're these crazy, like, heavy metal leather cowboys, and one of them, his name in the band was Dad Monster, which I just love to death. I think that's a fantastic heavy metal name.
Yeah, you sometimes see like African cultures co-opting Western cultures in strange ways.
I love that shit. Like, I want to see, like, Tibet get really into hip-hop or something.
What's
'Cause
that?
I have seen one rap song that has Tibetan throat singing in it, and that was pretty badass.
What's that place in Africa with the dandy men who wear suits?
The Swinkers. I think that's Nigeria.
Fair
I
enough.
might, yeah, don't quote me on that. I think I might be wrong, but yeah, the Swinkers.
Now I'm going to assume that this is an extremely friendly man who will give us cakes and presents when we wake him up.
My name is Omnicuddle. Oh.
Whoa, I wasn't
Whoa.
expecting that.
Yeah, that's like, okay. So you have to hit him in the flamen butthole.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I figured you out, mate.
Oh, he's going for the reach. Oh, he's got a swingy attack.
How dare he shake his hairy spheres at me?
Shake my maracas. boss variety's been kind of good in this.
I'll stick my shaft right between your hairy spheres, monster. Do you see what I'm saying?
Give me a hand job, twixt your ball. Oh, that's a bad place for that to wind up.
Shit.
Up.
I'm going.
Guessing
I'm going.
that's down there now. Everything blows. Oh, he moves it around. Ooh. Oh, there's an important thing to... Important loophole. Okay, if you had the arrow, you'd be...
How am I alive?
Fucking...
I wasn't sure where I was for most of
that. Just... It's stuck on him. It keeps getting stuck on him.
God damn it.
I think this is longer than you've lived against all bosses combined.
Yeah, I think he's getting impatient.
Alright, get right up close to his boxiness and then he'll be screwed like... Oh.
Well, that was worth the wait.
Some wacky hitbox interactions there.
Alright, one more go and then we might as well wrap this up.
This has been...
This has been
fun
Titan
dealing with the
Souls.
indies, yeah.
A game that has come out. If you like Dark Souls and Shadow of the Colossus.
If you like Shadow of the Colossus, this is exactly that.
If you like the atmosphere of Shadow of the Colossus, together with the repetitive frustration of Dark Souls, this is the game for you.
At least it loads faster than when you die in Bloodborne.
Touche.
Oh, dude, that eats donkey parts.
45 seconds average loading time in that game. Might not seem like that much, but it is.
Get right on the block, like, because you're fairly... Oh. Alright.
Well, now you're just rubbing it in.
I like that. That is just... How dare you awaken me.
Or rather, rubbing me in.
Yeah,
like
grinding.
the ground is the flesh of its belly, and I am a small blotch of suntan lotion.
That might be what... You might be inside a large being, and the lava is part of the digestive system, and he's like a little thing that helps digestion. Like
so,
a bacterium.
What were our final lessons from this game?
2D copies of popular titles are kind of cool.
And if you've got a big, pink, chunky, peach-like arse, don't let it get in the way of my massive shaft. Good night, everybody!
Go to sleep.
Hello, I'm Yahtzee Crowshaw, the adventurous wanderer, and this is my horse, Gabriel.
I go by the name of Farty Slothwhore.
That was his horse laugh. And we're playing Titan Souls, which is an indie game. Came out a couple of weeks back.
Okay, at the moment it looks like Secret of Mana.
Well, it'll look like something else pretty swiftly.
Okay.
How it works
Nifty.
is
Roll, yeah.
you are a lone wanderer in a largely empty wilderness.
Oh, and there's giant... Okay, so...
You got it, and
Yeah.
you have to find boss fights.
Okay. Alright, neat. Oh, that's... Look, I don't mind, you know. Top-down Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah,
Who
basically.
can argue with that?
It's not top-down Dark Souls, as you might think from the name. That's
Souls.
Some
so you
canny-
can swim. Alright, that's...
some canny bastard trying to rip off on Dark Souls' success there, perhaps.
Thief. Can you go off the waterfall?
We can find out.
Alright. Nope.
No,
Oh well.
we're a very, very good swimmer.
It's the safe
apparently.
waterfall that keeps you from going over the edge of it. Why don't the government put more of those in?
So I've already been playing this game for a bit. There's
Okay,
sort of like a prologue section where you fight 4 bosses, and then you're released in this giant wilderness and left to look for the rest of them yourself, I suppose.
Have to poke about and explore.
So and
is
after I'd finished those 4 bosses, I thought to myself, you know what, this will be a fun video to watch completely fresh with my good chum
as a daisy.
for the benefit of the internet.
With your good chum, the mouth ulcer.
Yes.
Which Yahtzee is bravely plowing through for you people today. I want you to,
I've got
respect that.
one of the worst mouth ulcers I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It's right there on the lip where it's exposed to everything, including all the words I say. I've taken, I would say, a fistful of painkillers today so far.
So buckle
So I
up.
might not be as sparkling as I think I'm being.
I think it's going to be marvelous.
I'm only partially aware that I am currently alive. By rights, my pain should be dead.
Yeah.
All them painkillers.
Your brain's deader than your pain. That doesn't make sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's no burst.
Do you have an attack?
Haha.
Like, or is it Can you
Yes,
slice?
yes, I do.
Oh,
My attack
tell me
is I have this arrow.
Oh, okay.
I fire it once, then I have to pick it up before I can fire it again. So this game might as well be called One Thing. The tried that
Figs.
when I was trying to give trying to give him a hug.
It's another one of those situations where it...
I'm surprised the snowballs don't kill me, to be honest. Oh, bollocks. I guess the stalactite hit me.
This game's fairly goddamn brutal.
It really is.
Like...
It's,
That's... How hard were the first 4 things that you fought?
well, they weren't that hard.
Alright, so
There was a
difficulty, like, right angle.
There was a sort of brain in an ice cube. You just had to sort of shoot a arrow at a torch so that the arrow then continued from the torch to the enemy to melt the ice. That wasn't too hard.
Okay, so we can slam you into the wall.
Yeah. So that's what happens if you let the snowballs smack you into a wall, I suppose.
Okay, now that we've learned all the possible ways that this can go wrong...
Well, at least it's not as much a commute as Dark Souls is.
Oh, lordy.
Every single
look at the
boss
giant
fight.
footprints out the front. Nice little,
Visual storytelling.
heads up about...
Sit.
Do you have to push up...
Sit.
Fucking god. Do you have to push a button to pick up the arrow, or is it just walk over?
You just walk over it.
Can you roll over it?
Actually, you can hold down a button to, like, draw the game. In that we have one arrow with it we can use. We die in one hit, and all the bosses also die in one hit.
Oh, okay.
Basically, this
Alright.
makes it a sort of pure skill thing.
The structure of it's starting to become clearer to me now, because I was a bit... When you said this, you got one arrow, and then you got to pick it up, and I just went, my brain kind of stopped for a second there, and I was a bit concerned.
Right, well, judging by the save point, there's 3 bosses to kill in this area,
Okay.
and we just have to find them all.
Are you invincible while you do the roll? Is the roll, or is it just a speed thing?
It's just a speed thing to get out of the way of things.
Okay, so it's a scoot. What are the bosses kind of, are we talking Zelda? Is there a glowing point? Do you have to die? Do you die a lot, like, to sort
You're
of
going to let me
progress?
answer your question, or just gabble for the next 5 minutes?
I'm trying to find the question.
Well, it's quite Zelda-y, yes. They have weak points
Okay.
to be found.
Alright.
I'm just going to headbutt some snow drifts.
Could there be items in there? Is it a game that has items at all, or is it really
I haven't found items at all.
Alright.
This is a pretty pure experience as far as game design goes.
How do you feel about those? Like, do you like this sort of... look at
Hey,
that.
this guy looks friendly.
It's Dufo, the Mongonaut of the forest.
I'm going to hug you.
Nom, 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 nom.
It's like hugging a shag pile carpet.
Giant kitties. Okay, so how do you activate him?
You're not reacting to me. You're just like Dad. I'll teach you. Oh, bugger. Oh, bugger. I'm dead.
Oh, he's got a butt.
I'm thinking.
He has a butt.
I think I've figured out his weak spot.
Yeah, arrow in the bum.
You're easily pleased sometimes.
Yeah. I just wasn't expecting that. Like, the tone is quite somber, and then there's, you kind of jab him, and I wasn't expecting that to happen, and then he does a big roll and you're dead, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then he turns around, there's just this big pink bum.
It is very Shadow of the Colossus here. Although that is kind of Zelda-y as well, specifically like Twilight Princess, where they had those monkeys with the big butts.
Oh.
Hey. No one said anything about crystals falling from the ceiling. I wasn't ready for that.
This is a tough nut to crack.
Well,
Oh,
2
Wookiee
tough
bum.
nuts to crack, to be precise.
Some tough cheeks to split. Do you have to... Can you roll into him maybe to activate him? Because that way you don't have to pick up the arrow? 'Cause